All right, just doing a quick binding. I'm at the end. I've already seamed all the way around. I have about 10 inches that hasn't been seamed. I'm going to do a miter cut with the last two pieces. So I'm going to find like the halfway point and put a pin in. So it's right about there. I'm going to cut that extra piece off. But don't throw this away, keep that handy. I'm just going to use that pin to hold that piece down nice and flat, so I can take this other piece and lay it out nicely right on top. See, and there's that edge right there. I'm going to take this piece that I just cut up and I'm going to open it up and turn it because that's the width of the binding. And place that right on top. Line it up with a pin. And I'm going to cut right there on that top piece. Right, so now we're finished with these and we can get rid of them. So here's the difficult part. We have the one end and the other end. We're going to open this up and do the miter. So I'm opening that up. I'm taking this piece, turning it over, and opening it up so the right sides are together. Put a couple pins in just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to take this to the machine and I'm going to seam from here to here, because that's the 90-degree angle and that's the 45 for the miter. But to show you what that looks like, let's just take a couple of pins and do a pretend seam. This is what I do when I want to practice what things are going to look like before putting a seam in. So this will be my pretend seam. That's my seam across. So if I take these out and pull, there's that seam. That'll open it up right there. So let me take that to the machine, open this back up again, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You can see that I've done that seam, that 45-degree miter. And before I trim off any of this extra fabric over there, I always tell people to open it up and make sure it really seamed the right way. And sure enough, everything looks good. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim this extra stuff off because we don't need that. And I'm just going to finger press this seam open. You can take it to the iron if you want to, but I find that doing a little finger press is sufficient. Press that down, that nice middle seam again, and look at that. Perfect every time. So now I'm ready to finish off that seam, and then this half is done. Thanks for watching.